let's see how this goes. Okay, I am super nervous because I had 2 really scuffed streams, so give me for not doing my greeting first. Why does my sound like that? Let's see. Why does it sound like that? Uh-oh. Testing. Seems like things are smooth. Wait. For a second and fix this. Just plugged it in again. The way I solve things is just taking it out and replugging it back in. Okay, come on. Dang it, I forgot these gloves. They don't... Oh, nice. It sounds good. Cool. This seems to be going well. Let me... Okay. Alrighty. Phew. Okay. Let me put this... that's just my mic cord. This away. But, yeah. Hello everyone, Eureka Forsyth here, and this is my third attempt at doing a stream for today. For some reason, this is working well, hopefully. I'm looking at my other feed right now and it seems like things are okay, and I just fixed my mic so the quality should sound much better. I'm like shaking the camera a little bit. But yeah, this is my first Handcam. I was like kind of going through it after my second scuff stream, but yeah, it happens. I'll have to figure out how things will go for gaming streams from now on. I think my PC might be a little bit out of date or old. I don't think it's that old. It's only... I think it's only like 5 years old if I remember correctly. That's not old at all. Like 10 years old is like an old computer, I believe. But yeah, oops, sorry. Whenever I move, I guess it like shakes the camera a little bit. But yeah, hello, this is my first Handcam stream. I will be talking about the books that I have gotten from 2 separate library book sales. And yeah, this seems working really well with my Live2D model, which is awesome. Because it was not working well, to put it plainly, for my love shore stream. But yeah, I hope everyone is doing well. Eureka Forsyth reporting in. hope everyone is doing well today. I am feeling a little bit more energetic. I have some throat coat tea to keep my throat hydrated, and I have a bottle of water and a glass of water too. But yeah, let us begin. I will have my iPad on standby as well, so I can look at stuff for books. So the first book that I got, I believe this book I had gotten from the same place as the video I had done. If you're interested, you can watch that video where I made a video of a live haul. But yeah, the first book that I picked up was King Lear by William Shakespeare. Let me take off one of my gloves while I look this up, because it's hard for the touch screen to feel my gloved hands. I worded that really badly, but I'm sure you understand what I mean. But yeah, let me get a quick little summary. I thought maybe Wikipedia would have like a pretty short summary, but that is quite long. Let me try to find something. What is this? Shakespeare Birthplace Trust. Oh, this is a UK website. That's pretty cool. Okay. I guess. Whoa, spoilers. This is literally like a 2-sentence summary of the whole story. What the heck? Oh my god. But I mean, this story has been out for a really long time. King Lear divides his kingdom among the 2 daughters who flatter him and banishes the 3rd one who loves him. His eldest daughters both then reject him at their homes, so Lear goes mad and wanders through a storm. Oh, it's kind of similar. There's like lots of different old, not fairy tales, but old stories where it talks about 3 daughters, and the 2 daughters are just like well, just like this summer, they're just like flattering and like sweet talking with their father for all the things, trying to get him to give them like something. It doesn't have to be like a piece of land in this story. There was one that I read a while ago where it was like I guess it was like an Italian take on this story. Well, it was like 3 daughters, and the 2 eldest daughters were like, okay, dad, here. One of them gave the father like black pearls as a gift, and the other one, it was like jewels and other things. They gave like really luxurious like gifts to their dad. And then the 3rd daughter was like, okay, here's my gift, and she gave him like a single like jar of like salt. And then of course he got really mad and was like, what the heck, your daughter my daughter your sisters gave me lots of really nice like gifts, like black pearls and stuff, and you're just giving me a jar of salt? Who do you think you are? And she's like, no, like I'm giving you a jar of salt because this is like an essential ingredient for all of cooking, basically. And he's just like, nonsense, and then he just like kicks her out from this really big like party that they're hosting at the dining hall. And then the daughter, the youngest daughter was like, well, I'll show my dad. And then she goes and like collaborates with like the cooks and the chefs, and it's like, don't like season everybody's food except for my dad's meals, and that will show that salt is really actually an essential ingredient for cooking and such. And then all of the guests, of course, are enjoying their meals, and then the father is like, what the heck, why is my food tasting so bad, so basic? And then and then later on his daughter reveals himself that she was working with the cooks, and then she was just like, now you understand that my gift is actually really helpful and useful. And yeah, it is. And her dad was like, yeah, wow, I was wrong, man, that was actually lesson learned. And that was basically the story of that the Italian version of that. I read it in my Highlights magazines. Does anybody remember Highlights magazine? That was something. I think they still have that Highlights magazine. But yeah, let me put that away, my iPad. And of course, my one earphone is running out of battery, but that's okay. I think the other one should still have battery. I'm not really sure why. There's like some... Actually, let me check on the volume. Not volume, let me check on... Okay, cool. The audio is still good and it's not lagging too badly. Ooh. Let me... I don't know, I think the dad had a point. The cooks use salt anyway, after all. So is the... No, like, they only used salt for the guests, and they didn't put any salt for the father's meal. So at the end, the daughter revealed herself. She like disguised herself as one of like the servants, and then she added salt into her father's meal, and then he ate the meal. He ate the food, and then he was like, "Oh wow, it tastes good now that it has salt in it." And yeah, that's the lesson is like, oh yeah, salt is an essential ingredient for cooking. You need salt for your food to taste good, basically. But yeah, I'm not sure which edition this is. Oh cool, I never read the description on the back of this book. Okay, let me... It's not auto focusing. Oh no. I understand that. Yeah. Okay, why? Oh, I haven't. Oh, okay. Autofocus. Wait, there is an autofocus button. Ooh, whoa, that's so cool. Whoa. Okay, I'm learning as I'm doing. Whoa, that's really cool. Okay. What the heck? Bas relief of a scene from King Lear on the facade of the Folger Shakespeare Library, Washington D.C. Whoa. Okay, I thought this would be found in England. I can actually go and visit this if I wanted to, but that'll probably take a while to get there. The scene above from King Lear 3 Act 2 is one of 9 bas reliefs designed by the American sculptor John Gregory for the north facade of the Folger Shakespeare Library in Washington, D.C. It shows Lear on the storm-whipped Heath, I think, accompanied by his fool, shouting defiance to the elements as the Earl of Kent discovers him and tries to guide him to some safe shelter. This scene is one of the most gripping and poignant in the play. Oh. Yeah, it's a very dramatic looking scene. Yeah. Okay, so this edition is... Oh, it's the Folger line. Okay. That makes sense with the short description in the back. This is the Folger Library General Readers Edition, edited by Louis B. Wright and Virginia A. Lamar. Oh yeah, and it shows King Lear with his fool here too. Illustrated with material in the Folger Library collections. Ooh, that's super cool. Yeah. I was actually going to do like a video project concerning King Lear, but I think it was a little bit too ambitious from where I was currently. But it is fine. I'll probably eventually make it someday. The Folger Library, yeah. But yeah, this is one of the books that I got from my second library book haul. I'm going through like smallest to biggest for books. So actually this one probably should have been first. So this is an edition of, I'm not sure what edition this is, but it's a certain edition for Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. I actually started reading this book a while ago, but like I was reading it through Project, what was it? Palace Project, and the online edition for this, and then I was just like, I think at that point I was just like, I kind of want to have like a physical edition just in case. I feel like this book will be a 5-star for me. That might be like a little bit ambitious. Oh my god, you can see, holy cow, you can see the shadow of my face. Oh god. Let me put this down. Oh my goodness. Hopefully that didn't really show much of my my IRL face. Oh my god. I'm just gonna put this book down because I didn't realize this page was reflective. Oh, Interview with the Vampire was very popular in the early... Oh, really? Early 90s. When was this originally published? Okay, let me look at this off camera. Oh my god. 1976 was when this was originally published. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm really sad. Ms. Rice, she recently passed away. Oh my god. Okay, there. I'll just leave it like that. Oh my goodness. So that's sad, but yeah, she left a really big not discography. That's how you... a bibliography. She left a really big bibliography of books behind. And this is like one of her most famous book series. She wrote a lot of book series. Is there like a description in the back? Okay, cool. I can read this description in the back. Oh gosh, that my face. Oh, I'm just gonna read it off the camera. Well, I had no idea it was published in the 70s. It was a cultural phenomenon around in the early 90s. Whoa, okay. That's so interesting. Yeah, I would like to read more articles about this. I watched a really interesting video about Ms. Rice, and it was interesting. It was something about like her gender identity and how she didn't feel particularly like she didn't have like a very big like connection with like being a woman particularly, and like somebody in the comments I remember for that video was like, oh my gosh, she's kind of stating something that like perhaps like a non-binary person would feel. So there's, even though she didn't like say it herself, like it's like, it seems like from that interview clip that I watched, it seems like a lot of people took that as her feeling like she identified as sort of like a non-binary individual. But I mean, she passed away, so we would never really like for sure know, but I thought that was really interesting. But anyway, here I'll read the description. Here are the confessions of a vampire, hypnotic, shocking, and chillingly erotic. This is a novel of mesmerizing beauty and astonishing force. A story of danger and flight, of love and loss, of suspense and resolution. And of the extraordinary power of the senses. It is a novel only Anne Rice could write. Wow. And then there's like little, oh jeez. There's like, God, it's reflective, goodness. Like the reviews from like other like reputable like literary sources, like a magnificent compulsively readable thriller. Rice begins where Bram Stoker and the Hollywood versions leave off and penetrates directly to the true fascination of the myth, the education of the vampire. And this was written by somebody from the Chicago Tribune. I don't really understand what they meant by the education of the vampire. Loads of vampire movies came out in the early 90s after Tom Cruise starred in Interview with a Vampire. Yeah. I don't remember which version it was, but there was like a really it was one of the older versions. It may have been like the original iteration of like Interview with a Vampire in film. And people were like really like, they were really into Tom Cruise's role within the, I'm not sure if it was the movie or it was a show, because I know there are show, like TV show and movie adaptations both of this book. But it was really funny because I remember like something before I even knew what like Interview. I'll put this down so people can look at this if they like. When I like was starting to watch like more like not cable but like I don't know what's the other thing. What's the other? It's not cable, but it's. Excuse me. Oh my god. Trying to remember what it's called. Satellite TV. It's not. It's yeah. But anyway. Getting my TV sources mixed up. That we were. It was like. My family was watching like a random channel. It was like those channels that like always have like they always host some kind of like special film section. Not section. What is it? Special film showings, I suppose. And then I think it was like, I'm not sure. It was either the show, one iteration of the show or a movie, and it was like one of. It was at the part where the two male main characters were like in like a very passionate scene between the two of them where they were like holding each other and like basically making out very passionately, and like I got really scared because I think my mom was like about to like watch. She was like getting ready to like watch her shows, and I was like I don't know, I don't want her to see this because it's really embarrassing. Just having like your parents see like any like show like raunchy or like very passionate scene in a movie. It's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna turn it off now. So I just turned off the TV, and I didn't realize at the time that was from Interview with the Vampire. So that was like my first like kind of like exposure with the book. Oh, the spellbinding classic that started off. But yeah, I'm very excited to continue reading this. It's a little bit of a beaten copy, but like the inside is very pristine. So like there's nothing. There's like this is like the outside may be like a little bit worn, but like the inside, whoever like used to own this took really good care of the book. So like I'm fine. Usually I'm really picky with like books. I want them to look nice on the inside and the outside, but like sometimes there are exceptions. Okay, next book. I think I talked a little bit too much. I think this was originally sold. Okay, thank God this cover is not reflective. Jeez. I think this was originally sold in Europe or something, because there's still like a little price tag of like €2.95. And this next book is The Vesuvius Club by Mark Gatiss. Is there a description on the back? Nope, it's just a lot of people saying how good the book is. I would love to know what you think when you are finished reading. Awesome, yes, I I read it. When did I even start reading it? I have it on my. I already have it like sort of logged on my story graph. Dang it! Oh my goodness. Okay, I guess I'll just look at it on. I'll just check it online. Hopefully that's not gonna lag my stream. If it does, Hello, hello? Can you hear me? Wait, I can see the line again. Hello, hello? Hello? I see the mic is... Hello? Oh, I hear myself. I'm talking way too close to the mic. Sorry. Dang it, I just lost all of that audio. What the heck? My mic has never did that. Ah, that's so annoying. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I put back on my gloves. Jeez. Ugh. It was still on, but it just disconnected for some reason. Thank you. I'm glad. Thank you for letting me know. I would have had that problem going on the whole time if I didn't know. Dang it just got to the part where I was laughing about that poor woman's name in this book. I guess I'll read the description again, because that was when my mic just decided to disconnect for some weird reason. It's never done that before, so that's really, really weird. Really? Oh my god, I lost all of my reactions to reading the description. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to pay attention, because if it's not moving at all, then... okay. That's really disappointing. But I'll read the description again. Okay, now I'm like paranoid. Okay, meet Lucifer Box. Lucifer has a charming countenance and rapier wit that make him the guest all hostesses must have, and most do. But few of his conquests know that Lucifer is also His Majesty's most daring secret agent, at home in both London's imperial grandeur and in its underworld of despicable vice. So when Britain's most prominent scientists begin turning up dead, there is only one man his country can turn to for help. Following a dinner-time assassination, Lucifer is dispatched to uncover the whereabouts of missing agent Jocelyn Poop. Why did he name that character? Why is her last name Poop? I don't understand. That's really stupid. I don't care. You could have given her any other last name, but you had to give her last name Poop? I don't know. I'm already having a bone to pick with this author. It's stupid. Anyway, along the way, he will give art lessons, be attacked by a poisonous centipede, bed a few choice specimens. I do not like the way that... Just say women. Just say women. Unless he's also bedding men too. But you could just say bed a few choice men, bed a few choice, I guess it sounds weird. Maybe change it to bedding men and women. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why her last name is Poop. Her name is Jocelyn Poop. I don't know. I don't know. I did not remember reading that on the Goodreads. This is the description for Storygraph, so I was not aware of this. Aided by his henchwoman Delilah, the beautiful, mysterious, and Dutch Miss Bella Pock, his boss, a dwarf who... What? Well, I guess... I hope that is the appropriate term. I'll just say a short person. His boss, a short person who takes meetings in a lavatory, grizzled volcanologist. So I guess somebody who studies volcanoes. Emmanuel Quibble and the impertinent, delicious right-hand boy, Charlie Jackpot. What? Why are you called... What the heck? What? Delicious? What? I don't know. This is weird. This is so weird. Why are you calling your right hand boy delicious? Oh my god. Charlie Jackpot. Lucifer, Box, deduces, and seduce. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. Lucifer Box deduces and seduces his way from his elegant townhouse at number 9 Downing Street. Somebody has to live there. That is literally what is written in the description. Somebody has to live there. To the ruined city of Pompeii to infiltrate a highly dangerous secret society that may hold the fate of the world in its claw-like grip. Oh my gosh. This is like an absurdist mystery. What the heck? I did not know this. What the? Okay, that's weird. Okay. Redolent of soft leather chairs and fine gentlemen's establishments, and the cracking of whips in the basements beneath them. What is this? Is this actually secretly a kinky book? Oh my god. Perniciously addictive, said by The Guardian. Presenting a thrilling plunge into Edwardian low life and high society in the first recorded adventure of Lucifer Box, Esquire? Portraitist, dandy, wit, rake, and His Majesty's most dashing secret agent. This is so stupid. In which he discovers who is killing Britain's most prominent, oh my god, why is this volcanologist, and which tie goes best with a white carnation. This is so stupid. Whatever, we'll see. I'll still read this book. It seems silly in a good way, hopefully. Gaddis mixes in the League of Gentlemen's penchant for horror. There's horror. Eureka, your reading of this is hilarious. It's so, oh my god, it's so wild. I didn't think this is like such a short book too, and it's like, what the heck? What is going on here? It's like 240 pages, and it's like crazy. But there's apparently horror in this book. What? It's fiction, crime, historical, mystery, adventurous, mysterious, fast-paced. Nobody told me there was horror in this. I mean, I'll take it. With large doses of arch wit and louche laying about. It's Oscar Wilde crossed with H.P. Lovecraft. That is a really big say. Oh my goodness. You cannot just compare those two authors together. It's like they didn't know what to compare this book to. It was just like, okay, there's apparently some, I'm guessing there's some queer elements. They're like, okay, there's some queer elements. Who's a queer old UK writer? You right? Oscar Wilde? Yep. Okay, Oscar Wilde. Okay, who is like really prominent in the horror writing community from way back when? It's like, yes, okay, H.P. Lovecraft. Okay, we're mashing that together. No, that doesn't make any sense. If this actually feels like Oscar Wilde and H.P. Lovecraft like mixed together, I'm going to be incredibly shocked. Wait, they also mentioned Oscar Wilde here too. What is going on here? It is easy to imagine Oscar Wilde on a chaise lounge, smoking an absurdly expensive cigarette, reading the Vesuvius Club, and laughing out loud at its playful decadence and wit. There can surely be no higher praise. Times Literary Supplement, and the before was by Telegraph. I don't know. I feel like this is like low-key, high-key, like sort of offensive to Oscar Wilde. What the heck? I feel like this feels like, it sounds like M.R. James mixed with Monty Python. Definitely Monty Python. I am feeling the Monty Python vibes. That's a very good comparison. This I feel like Oscar Wilde is like rolling in his grave. Like, I would not approve of this. But maybe I'm just being a pretentious android, a bookish android here. I don't know. It feels like this has like a lot of like toilet humor. Like, I feel like Panty from Panty and Stocking would like enjoy this book. And that anime has like a lot of toilet humor in it. So I'm not sure if Panty likes to read books, but if she liked to read books, I feel like she would enjoy this book. maybe her sister Stocking would enjoy this book secretly. This is like her guilty pleasure, but Panty would be like, no, the Vesuvius Club is a book that I really enjoy, and she's like loud and proud about it. I don't know. This is I didn't realize this book. I think I might understand why this book was like put into the library book sale. But it's alright. I'll try it out. M.R. James plus Ian Fleming plus Monty Python equals the Vesuvius Club. We'll see. I'm a little bit scared, but I will I'll keep an open mind. Next book I have is Virginia Woolf by whoops. No, wait, that's the author's name. Sorry. Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf. Oh my god. I was just like, wait, that has to be the name of the book. No, this is the name of the book. Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf. A classic. Oh, awesome. I can just read the description on the back. I'll just read it off screen because my eyesight is terrible. Mrs. Dalloway was the first novel to split the atom. Whoa, this is another big mute, whoops. I was thinking about the muted mic situation before. That's a really big comparison. If the novel before Mrs. Dalloway aspired to immensities, wow. Immensities of scope and scale to heroic journeys across vast landscapes, with Mrs. Dalloway, Virginia Woolf insisted that it could also locate the enormous within the everyday, that a life of errands and party-giving was every bit as viable a subject as any life lived anywhere, and that should any human act in any novel seem unimportant, it has merely been inadequately observed. The novel as an art form has not been the same since. Mrs. Dalloway also contains some of the most beautiful, complex, incisive, and idiosyncratic sentences ever written in English. Wow, that's very high praise, and that alone would be reason enough to read it. It is one of the most moving, revolutionary artworks of the 20th century, and this was said by author Michael Cunningham, author of The Hours. Oh! No! I've never seen The Hours. Incredible acting, but very depressing. If that is the case, I will probably not be watching that for a while, because I'm trying to, like, I don't want to say consume. I want to watch or read things that are more positive. Minus horror. I still really want to read horror, but minus horror stuff, I want to read more positive and uplifting things. I'll put it on a list so I don't forget, if you think it's that good. And then there's a description. Oh, there's an actual description of the book, of what the book is actually about. In this vivid portrait of one day in a woman's life. Oh, so this happens only in just one day? Oh, okay. Wait, how long is this book? It is kind of short. Oh my gosh, it's only 193 books. Pages. Sorry, oh my god. I'm like, there's like so many things going on in my head right now. In this vivid portrait of one day in a woman's life, Clarissa Dalloway is preoccupied with the last-minute details of party preparation, while in her mind she is much more than a perfect society hostess. As she readies her house, she is flooded with faraway remembrances, and, met with the realities of the present, Clarissa re-examines the choices she has made, hesitantly looking ahead to growing old. Undeniably triumphant, this is the inspired novelistic outline of human consciousness. Okay. Virginia Woolf, 1882 to 1941. One of the major literary One of the major literary figures of the 20th century, transformed the art of the novel. The author of numerous works, she was also an admired literary critic and a master of the essay form. I don't really know much about Virginia Woolf, unfortunately, but I saw this and I was just like, oh, cool. Oh! The novel that inspired the hour. Okay, that makes so much sense now. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm sometimes slow to the uptake, but I will get it eventually. I have to go now. Have a great evening. I just love your book videos. Thank you for making them. Thank you for tuning in, Joseph. Feel free to let me know what you think of the rest of the books when you watch the VOD later. But I hope you have a good evening as well. Have a nice rest of your day. And a great weekend as well. See you. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, I will keep that in mind. But if it's a little bit sad, well, not sad, depressing, I will probably not watch it for a while. But anyway, let me move on to the next book. Okay. The next book I have is Possession by A.S. Byatt. And it's also a romance, apparently. Gorgeously written, dazzling, a tour de force. Oh, and we have a picture of the author. Winner of England's Booker Prize and a stunning literary sensation, Possession is an exhilarating novel of wit and romance, at once an intellectual mystery and a triumphant love story. It is the tale of a pair of young scholars researching the lives of two Victorian poets as they uncover their letters, journals, and poems and track their movements from London to Yorkshire, from spiritualist seances to the fairy-haunted far west of Brittany. What emerges is an extraordinary counterpoint of passion and ideas. Yes. What is the praise for this? What a book. This is a novel for every taste. An altogether magical performance written by someone from the Washington Post book world. A masterpiece of wordplay and adventure. A novel that compares with Stendhal and Joyce. Los Angeles Times Book Review. A genuine winner, original and unforgettable by Time, and the most dazzling novel of the year, USA Today. When was this first published then? Wait, of the year. Was this published recently? No, this was published in 1990. That's not too long ago though. But yeah, I was like really taken with this cover. It's so beautiful. I wonder if this is like an art. I'm sure there's definitely like some sort of credit to what the art is. Let's see. Let me see here. Where is oh yes, cover painting, The Beguiling of Merlin by Sir Edward Burne-Jones. Lady Lever Art Gallery, National Museums, Liverpool, the Bridgeman Art Library. Okay, cool. Okay, so this is actually a real painting that you can see in a museum. But yeah, I was just like, ooh, this is like a sort of like an intellectual book about two scholars and such, and I'm really curious on like what their love story is, and it seems like they have like probably a lot of like trials and tribulations to go through before they can like finally settle down and just be two happy lovers together. But yeah, I'm very excited to read this. And yeah, I can't stop looking at this cover. It's really, really beautiful. I should move my mouse out of the way. It's kind of distracting me. Actually, let me take a drink of water. Okay, cool. My mic is still working as it should. Alrighty. Yeah, I don't have too much else to say about this book. I'll be reading all these books at some point. But yeah, that's all I have to say for it for now. Let's move on to the next book. This has kind of a... Well, let me move my my mouse. Oh, you can see the cord too. This is Morality This is Morality Play by Barry Unsworth. That is quite a bizarre cover here. But yeah. Okay, awesome. It does have a description in the back. It is a cold winter in the 14th century, and a young renegade priest, Nicholas Barber, joins an acting troupe who prepares to play the drama of their lives. Breaking the tradition of only performing religious plays, the group's charismatic leader, Martin, wants them to enact the brutal murder that has torn apart the rural village into which they have wandered. A young boy has been found dead, and the weaver's daughter has been arrested and stands to be hung. As the troupe delve deeper into the circumstances of the murder, they find themselves entering a dark world of intrigue that may prove their undoing. Taut and suspenseful, Morality Play is an exquisite work that captivates by its power, while opening up the distant past as new to the reader. Barry Unsworth won the Booker Prize for Sacred Hunger, which Norton publishes along with his novels After Hannibal, Losing Nelson, and Stone Virgin. He lives in Italy. Okay. Morality Play is a book of subtlety, passion, and skill, and it confirms Barry Unsworth's position as a master craftsman of contemporary British fiction. Charles Nicholl. Nicholl, I think. Los Angeles Times Book Review. A historical novelist of rare talent, a spare and disquieting tale that, like a morality play itself, urges us to question the allure of Murder 1, Prime Suspect 3, and our most recent trial of the century. Linda Simon from the Boston Globe. A learned, witty, satisfying entertainment. Nicholas Barber seems too good a narrator, sorry, to let go after just one short book. Perhaps Mr. Unsworth will write Morality Play Part 2, in which Nicholas tells us another savory story. Richard Bernstein, New York Times, Publishers Weekly, Best Book of the Year, a New York Times notable book. Nice. Yeah, very interesting. At first I thought there were only two characters here, like the priest, and I'm assuming this is the devil, but there's also somebody that just is like a massive blob with eyes. So that's very interesting. I'm sure I will find out who that character is eventually. But yeah. Not too much to say. Well, the cover illustration is done by Gary Kelly, and the cover design is by Francine Cass. Okay. Next book I have is Last Night at the Telegraph Club by Malinda Lo. I've always wanted to read this author, and this is like one of her really recent books too. And holy cow, it has a lot of awards on it too. National Book Award winner. What's the second one? I'm not sure what this. Wait, American Library Association honor book. Stonewall Book Award and Youth Literature Award winner. So that's pretty cool. Okay, awesome. I like it when books have their descriptions in the back, so I don't have to look it up on Storygraph. But I'll look it up on Storygraph if I have to. Let's see. That book. It was about two women, and they fell in love with each other. And then Lily asked the question that had taken root in her, that was even now unfurling its leaves and demanding to be shown the sun. Have you ever heard of such a thing? Lily Who can't remember exactly when the question took root, but the answer was clear the moment she and Kath Miller walked under the neon sign of a lesbian bar called the Telegraph Club. America in 1954 is not a safe place for two girls to fall in love. Red Scare paranoia threatens everyone, including Chinese Americans like Lily. With deportation looming over her father, Lily and Kath risk everything for love. But yeah, very, maybe not too. I'm not sure. It seems like it will be a pretty serious book. You can see Lily and Kath right here, so that's really cute. But also, there's definitely like a very heavy feeling of like melancholy from this cover. Everything is like bathed in like blue and like a little bit. There's like red in the sky, so it's like evening. So what have the people have to say about this book? Winner of the National Book Award, the Stonewall Medal, and the Asian/Pacific American Award for Literature, a Michael L. Prince Award, and Walter Dean Myers Award honor book. Shimmers with the thrills of youthful desire. Sarah Waters. Oh my god, the Sarah Waters? Oh my gosh, she blurbed this? Yeah, Sarah Waters. Sarah Waters is one of my favorite authors, I have to say. Oh my goodness. Best-selling author of Tipping the Velvet. That was literally the first book I read from Sarah Waters. I really enjoyed that book. You can practically feel the glow of neon bar lights radiating off the page. Casey McQuiston. Oh my goodness. Casey McQuiston. Oh my god, why is this last name isn't even that hard to say? McQuiston. Best-selling author of Red, White, and Royal Blue for Entertainment Weekly. Lush, ambitious, and layered, Malinda Lo's sweeping historical novel is the queer romance we've been waiting for. Somebody from Ms. Magazine. The Price of Salt meets Saving Face in this gripping historical thriller. Oh, from the opera, oh my god, the Oprah magazine. So, is O Oprah? Or is that somebody else? But like, Casey, what the heck is that? What the heck is that blurb? That doesn't say anything about what you think about the book. That's just an observation. It's really interesting reading authors' blurbs. I don't really care that much about like magazine reviews. I want to know what fellow authors think about books that they blurb. Yeah, I feel really, really lucky. This is like an incredible edition that I have. It's like not much like damage to like the spine. There's a little bit at the top and the bottom here. Oh jeez, autofocus. Okay, that should be fixed. Whatever, that's fine. But yeah, this cover looks super nice as well. It's only like a little bit of like some wear on the bottom. And the inside, of course, the inside needs to be nice. I'm not sure. I should check and see if anybody's like written inside any of the books I have. I think I saw something in the Vesuvius Club, but I'll check that later. But yeah, very excited to read this. I think this is YA, but I'm not too entirely sure. I think everything else that I have shown so far are pretty, you can pretty much tell they are adult books. Okay, and the next book I have is Olga Dies Dreaming by, oh jeez, I literally just looked at a video to make sure I could pronounce her first name correctly. I think it's Xichul Gonzalez. I really love this cover too. This cover is so beautiful. Like, I like the sort of anonymous silhouette of, I'm guessing, the main character. I'm not sure if Olga? Yeah, Olga. And like, then just like beautiful floral print for her hair, and like the star shining on the other side, shown on the other side of her hair. I'm guessing this is like a reference to like the American flag. And then just a really simplistic but very nice, tasteful like section of her like neck and her one shoulder showing like a cityscape, done in like yellow and blue. Yeah. Let's see what the description is. It's the back of this is a little bit dirty. I'll clean it. I'll clean it later. It's 2017, and Olga and her brother Pedro Prieto Acevedo are bold-faced names in New York City. Prieto, a popular congressman representing their gentrifying Brooklyn neighborhood. Olga, a Tony wedding planner for Manhattan's power brokers. Years ago, their mother, Blanca, a young lord turned radical, abandoned her children to advance a militant political cause. Now, in the wake of the most devastating hurricane in Puerto Rico's history, Blanca has come barreling back into their lives. Xichul's Gonzalez's Olga Dies Dreaming examines the very notion of the American dream, all while asking what it really means to weather a storm. It feels like there's maybe I'm like reading the vibe of the description totally wrong, but it feels a little bit that this might have sci-fi elements, sort of, or this is like modern day, or this is like totally just like realistic modern day general fiction. I'm not entirely too sure. Let's see what these two blurbs are about. An unflinching examination of capitalism, corruption, gentrification, colonialism, and their effects on marginalized people. Olga Dies Dreaming is a poignant, scalding debut. Jaquira Diaz, author of Ordinary Girls. Packed with richly imagined characters and vivacious prose, the novel asks how we can live meaningful lives in a world rife with inequality. And then you can see like a really nice taken portrait picture of the author. Xichul Gonzalez holds an MFA from the Iowa Writers Workshop, where she received the what is that? Michener? Copernicus Prize in Fiction. She is a regular contributor to The Atlantic. She lives in her hometown of Brooklyn with her dog, Hector Lavoe. That is a really cute name for a dog. Yeah, this was an incredible find too. I was really surprised when I went into the building where the book sale was being held, and this was not picked out yet. Like, this is an incredible addition too. Not much wear on the spine. and the cover is pretty much like totally pristine. And of course the inside is really nice too. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this sometime too. I think this was also I have this book included for a video project I would like to do in the future. But there's a lot of books that I have to read for that video project, so it's probably not going to be done for a while. Anyway, here I go to the last book of this second stack. There will be another stack that I have for another. This was also one of the best finds. Oh geez, this is one that is reflective. Okay, let me back away so it doesn't catch my face. Okay, let me take a sip of water. Oh. Alrighty. Here. Ooh. This book is one of the books within the Vampire Chronicles, which is the first book being Interview with the Vampire. This one, I do not remember what number this book is in. So let me just quickly... Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Excuse me. Okay, this is... I thought it was book number 9. This is book number 5. Memoir the Devil. Oof. Oh my god, this is so dangerous. Let me just take this book. Okay, let me read the description. In Anne Rice's extraordinary new novel, the vampire Lestat, outsider, canny monster, hero wanderer, is at last offered the chance to be redeemed. Actually, let me not read this because I have not finished the other books yet. So if you're interested in like knowing about this book, oh my goodness, let me just lean back. You can read the description yourself. But yeah, this cover is amazing. I'm guessing it's like a biblical, looks like a biblical cover, but I'm not sure. Let me look inside. Should be credit. Let's see. Unfortunately, I do not know. Oh, it's in the back. Whoopsies. Jacket painting. Meeting. Yes, I knew it. Meeting of Jesus with Veronica by Giovanni Bucci Cariani. Oil on canvas. Detail in reverse. Courtesy of the Spvwvky Musée d'Art e Storia di Brescia. I probably really butchered that. I'm sorry to any Italian that may have watched this. Jacket designed by Chip Kidd. Anne Rice is author of 15 books. Holy cow! I'm pretty sure she wrote more than that. But this is like an old edition. She lives in New Orleans with her husband, the poet Stan Rice, and their son Christopher. How nice. I'm sure I will read this book sometime in the future once I finish the other books within that series. Here we go. This one is also one that I'm very happy I found. The Queen's Gambit by Walter Tevis. Of course, this was adapted into the very popular TV Netflix series Queen's Gambit. Let me read the description in the back. 8-year-old orphan Beth Harmon is quiet, sullen, and by all appearances unremarkable. That is, until she plays her first game of chess. That is until she plays her first game of chess. Her senses grow sharper, her thinking clearer, and for the first time in her life, she feels herself fully in control. By the age of 16, she's competing for the U.S. Open Championship. But as Beth hones her skills on the professional circuit, the stakes get higher, her isolation grows more frightening, and the thought of escape becomes all the more tempting. Engaging and fast-paced, the Queen's Gambit speeds to a conclusion as elegant and satisfying as a mate in 4. I'm guessing that is a move within chess. What do the people have to say? Or the literary magazines have to report? Compelling, a magnificent obsession by someone from the Los Angeles Times. Beth Harmon is an unforgettable creation, and The Queen's Gambit is Walter Tevis's most consummate and heartbreaking work. Jonathan Lethem. I was thinking this was going to be a pretty sad story, but hearing that, I'm a little bit worried now. Gripping reading, Nabokov's The Defense and Zweig's The Royal Game are the classics. Now joining them is The Queen's Gambit, the Financial Times. More exciting than any thriller I've seen lately. More than that, beautifully written. Martin Cruz Smith, author of What in the World? Gorky Park. It's advisable to tape your fingers before opening The Queen's Gambit. Otherwise, the suspense may bring on a nail-chewing right to the elbow. Someone from the Houston Chronicle. Tevis traps us in the breathless drama of the moment and makes us feel the same intense involvement his characters feel. The Plain Dealer. Cover design by Claire Williams. Cover photograph by Philip Tong / Photonica. Oh, that's a really cool word for a company, I'm assuming. When was this published? 1983. Wow. Yeah, I've only heard amazing things about the show, and I've only heard pretty great reviews for the book version as well. So I am very much looking forward to... Whoops. Oh, I made my desk really shaky. Lost my train of thought. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just really looking forward to checking this out sometime, and later on I'll probably watch the show as well and probably do a review of both. I'm not sure when though, but it will be sometime in the future. Oh, jeez, let me put this book down first and make sure my... Okay, there we go. That is much more safe. Actually, I want to talk about this book first because I don't like this book. This one is fine. I just don't want to talk about this book, so I'm going to talk about it first. Or second. Yeah, this is Laprise Graveyard by Ted Decker. I, of course, did not read... Oh my god. Sorry. Excuse me. Man, this book is trying to kill me too. Just kidding. let me look it up because this book has no cover to it. Graveyard Priest. There we go. I read the description after I got home from the book sale, and I was just like, why did I pick up this book? It seems, I'm very sorry to anybody who enjoyed this book, but it seemed stupid to me after I read the description. This is probably the only book that I regret getting. Two abandoned souls are on the hunt for one powerful man. Soon their paths will cross and lead to one twisted fate. Danny Hansen is a Bosnian immigrant who came to America with hopes of escaping haunted memories of a tragic war that took his other's life. Now he's a priest incensed with by the powerful among us who manipulate the law for their own gain, uncaring of the hattered lives they leave behind. It is his duty to show them the error of their ways, even if he must put them in the grave. Renee Gilmore is the frail and helpless victim of one such powerful man. Having escaped his clutches, he now lives only to satisfy justice by destroying him, regardless of whom she must become in that pursuit. But when Danny and Renee's paths become inexorably entangled, things go very, very badly, and neither of them may make it out of this hunt alive. Oh boy. Okay, wait. Let me trying to find my earphone. I don't know where I put it. I have the left one here, but can't find the other one. Okay, I found it. Oh, put that cord away. There we go. Yeah, I don't really have too much to say. Oh, come on. But yeah, if you're interested in that kind of book, then go ahead and take a gander at this book, but I'm not too interested in the book. Let me go to something that I actually want to read next. Okay, the next book is Crimson Bound by Rosamund Hodge. I think it's like a retelling of the Red Riding Hood, I believe. This is a YA book. This is like one of the other few YA books that I have. When Rochelle was 15, she was good, apprenticed to her aunt and in training to protect her village. But she was also reckless, straying from the forest path in pursuit of a way to free her world from the threat of eternal darkness. After an illicit meeting goes dreadfully wrong, Rochelle is forced to make a terrible choice that binds her to the very evil she had hoped to defeat. 3 years later, Rochelle has given her life to serving the realm. 3 years later, Rochelle has given her life to serving the realm, fighting deadly creatures in an effort to atone. When the king orders her to guard his son, Armand, the man she hates most, Rochelle forces Armand to help her hunt for the legendary sword that might save their world. And as the two become unexpected allies, they discover far-reaching conspiracies, hidden magic, and a love that may be their undoing. Within a palace built on unbelievable wealth and dangerous secrets, can Rochelle discover the truth and stop the fall of endless night? Inspired by the classic fairy tale, Little Red Riding Hood, Crimson Bound is an exhilarating tale of darkness, love, and redemption. What do the people or the magazines have to say about this? I wonder. This novel will captivate readers. Outstanding. SLJ starred review. An intoxicatingly dark story of love, lust, murder, and redemption. BCCB starred review. The unusual, intricately woven story and themes make for a worthwhile read. Kirkus reviews. Plot twists and romance keep the pages turning in this grim and intricate take on the classic tale. ALA book list. Yeah, I really like this cover. It's very pretty. I have said before that I'm not too interested in checking out so many YA books anymore. Now that I am an adult android, it's most of the stuff written in that category of books is not really to my taste anymore. But I'm open to reading some books if they YA books if they pique my interest, and this is one of them. Who did the cover for this? By Colin Anderson, cover design by Aaron Fitzsimmons. Cool. I don't have too much to say about it. It seems like there's of course a forbidden enemies to lovers sort of thing going on between Rochelle and Armand, which of course I am a big fan of enemies to lovers and also forbidden love, so I hope this will be up to par with my taste for those two tropes. What does it say? Protect him, defend him, but never love him. Ooh, but then they do end up falling in love. So, yeah. We'll see how this goes. I'll read this sometime in the future. Maybe I'll find TBR. I can make a TBR of this so I can motivate myself to read this more, or I'll just read it because I'm a big mood reader. Of course, almost every single book sale, for some weird reason, so far I've only been to 3, and this, oh god, this is reflective too. This is dangerous. I just realized also all my Anne Rice books they also have reflective covers, which is interesting. But yeah, here is another Anne Rice. This was also written with her son too. Interesting. Christopher Rice. This was... What is... Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. Okay, what is this? Is it Ramses? The Damned. Oh, that is just the whole title. Wow. Okay. The title is Ramses the Damned, The Passion of Cleopatra. And it's, oops, accidentally got the second book. Oopsies. Whoops. It is what it is. I'm sure I will probably find The Mummy somewhere. But this is the second book within that series. The Ramses the Damned series. How many books? Oh, it's just 3. So it's a trilogy. Yeah. Let's take a look at the back. Okay. Oh my god. That did show an outline of my face. Ah! Jeez. I'm just reading it off. It begins with the heroic Egyptian pharaoh Ramses the Damned mysteriously awakened after centuries of slumber to the dizzying and mystifying world of Edwardian England, seeking to wed the great beauty and heiress Julie Stratford, whom Ramses has given the same elixir that has rendered him immortal. Now of his bride-to-be, he is swept up in a fierce battle of wills against an ancient love, the exquisite and dangerous Queen Cleopatra, whose mummy he has recklessly brought back to life. As these two magnificent rulers are caught up in a furious struggle to understand the powers of the extraordinary and wondrous potion, another more ominous spirit makes its presence known, drawn forth from the mists of history, an ancient queen, possessor of the true origins of the elixir, who has an unrelenting fascination of the fates of Ramses II and Queen Cleopatra, the only force who can make known to these golden monarchs the key to their immortality and the secrets of the miraculous expanse of the universe. Sorry, it's a really dramatic description. From the iconic and best-selling author of The Vampire Chronicles and The Mummy, a mesmerizing new tale of ancient feuds and modern passions. Anne Rice, revered and beloved storyteller, queen of Gothic lit, the maestro of the monstrous and the diva of the devious. I love that. That is such a great praise for just the author herself. The Philadelphia Inquirer, in her first collaboration of her son, acclaimed best-selling novelist Christopher Rice, a magician, a master, said by Peter Straub, have written in Ramses the Damned, The Passion of Cleopatra, a thrilling, seductive tale of high adventure, romance, history, and gilded suspense. Whew! Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm a little bit scared to put this book down. But put it in the center like that. Everything has been off-center. Sorry, everybody. Well, yeah, really excited to read this at some point, but I need to get The Mummy first before I get that book. And last, but certainly not least, I forgot to take off the original Barnes & Noble price tag, apparently. This is, oh sheesh, this is also reflective. Oh my god. The Word Museum by Jeffrey Kasserk, who is also the author of Forgotten English. The most remarkable English words ever forgotten. Let's see, what's the description? Enter a gallery of wit and whimsy. As the largest and most dynamic collection of words ever assembled, the English language continues to expand. But as hundreds of new words are added annually, older ones are sacrificed. Oh my god. There's so much dust in these books. Okay, oh my god. That was really bad. Oh, coughing up a storm. Oh my god. Sorry. Oh my god. I need to clean these books more. Is that my... That is my head. Oh, let me just read this off screen. Now, from the author of Forgotten English comes a collection of fascinating archaic words and phrases, such as begrutton, showing the effects of much weeping, pudding leather, the stomach, fluckadrift, a haste, hurry, yesterfang, that which was taken, captured, or caught on the previous day or former occasion. With beguiling period illustrations, the Word Museum offers up the marvelous oddities and peculiar enchantments of old and unusual words, providing an enticing glimpse into the past. Yeah, I am a writer, professionally trained, but I've been writing basically for a very long time, even before I went to college to better my skills at it. As in, I'll just say like a general, like, it wasn't a, but I'll just say it for privacy reasons, a general English degree. So I am, yeah, definitely I would call myself a wordsmith, and I love learning new words, especially old ones as well. I love learning any kind of new words within the English language, whether it's old or new or anywhere in between. So I got very excited to be able to pick this book up. Also, the cover is really nice too. Just very simple, like portraits, just showing words and stuff within the frames, which is, I think, is pretty clever. Oh my god, sorry, excuse me. Through the web of the Word Museum, Geyer, and Gimbal, some of the most, oh my god, abracadabrant creations of our world-bethumped English language. You'll be a more herbivorous, human being after you take this tour. Richard Lederer, author of Crazy English. Oh my god, the author of Forgotten English, and then we have the author of Crazy English. What fun the Word Museum is. It is a bouffage, an absolute yeepsin for word peckers, and that's no scam. Barbara Walrath, author of Word Court. It's an absolutely delicious book. A 10-course banquet for anyone with an appetite for words, dictionary games, and just plain fun. Thank you. A more normal-ish description. Blurb. Everybody else was like flexing their vocabulary arms. Said by Justin Kaplan and Anne Bernays, authors of The Language of Names. Interesting. Now I need to know when this was originally published. 2000. That's really not that long ago. Put this away. Crap. I'll be right back. Alrighty, just had to replace the earphones for something. But, yep, that was the last book that I have for, oops, it looked like I was winking there, but I was not. My eye capture was a little bit weird for a second there. But yeah, I am glad I can do something more low-key for a stream with Handcams. I just decided to just test it out on a whim. I thought it would be more of a complicated process, but this was actually the camera was much more easier to, the Handcam camera was easier than I thought to set up, which is really good because I am not a very tech-savvy person and I still really don't know what I'm going to be doing for my gaming streams. It seems like even with like more low performing low maintenance, I suppose, games, usually indie games, it's for some reason there's still a lot of trouble. I really need to figure out what the issue is. So I think it's a combination. Well, not really a combination. It was really bad because it was actually like there was like a rainstorm happening where I was living. The last time I tried to do a game related stream. Yeah, like I said earlier, I believe my PC may be a little bit or more than a little bit outdated. So that's causing like high CPU usage for a variety of things, specifically even just using my live can I point at myself? That'd be really funny. Yep. This my Live2D model. That was definitely eating up a lot of CPU usage. What else? Trying to think. My mind just totally blanked on itself. Also just having the game open, and even though I am using VTube Studio without like opening up the Steam client, it's for some reason it's still using up a lot of CPU usage at the same time, and that's what else is it causing? Also just like using so many things and having Streamlabs open, of course, that also caused like the excuse me. Oh my god, excuse me. Jeez. Let me take a sip of water. Sorry. Okay. I am back. Yeah, let me bring my other hand around too. Yep. What was I saying again? Okay, let me try to think. Yeah, CPU usage for my computer. And also, with all of those things and Streamlabs running, that also was all that combined caused a lot of like lagging and buffering, so that was not a good time. I am still not really sure how to fix that. Even when I tried to use my PNG tuber model, it still was having a lot of trouble to process the game and actually keep up with the game. The audio and the game footage was like desynced, so even if the audio was like caught up to where I was as recent as possible, the game footage was lagging behind by a lot, which was really concerning. So I don't know. I think I will have to like indefinitely probably like hold off on gaming streams for a while, which is really sad. I really enjoy gaming and streaming it. But if this just keeps continuing, I just don't want to keep having scuff streams and setting up new waiting rooms and such. So there's no immediate solution I can do at this point. I'll probably have to do a bunch of like off-stream, offline research to see what I can do. But for now, I'll just have to have a little bit of like a gaming hiatus. Since this stream has been stable, thankfully. Actually, stream quality is good. I feel more encouraged to probably do more Handcam related streams. I actually do have something a little bit more like involved and such than like a book haul related stream, but It's not related to book stuff, but yeah, please look forward to that in the near future. I'll probably either do it next week or next week, but we will see. I'm also wanting to do like a karaoke stream sometime this month, so hopefully that doesn't cause my PC and Streamlabs and everything else to go haywire and whatnot. So hopefully I can still do those. I still need to do cash catch up from last year to all the previous months till now, April. But there's like a lot of things I need to prepare for that. I have to do like a lot of prep because I want to make sure I can give like the best kind of review as smoothly and as concise as possible for all the books that I have read since last year up till now. It's been quite a dry sort of year when it comes to like reading. I have not read as much as I've wanted because I've been so busy with my day job, and yeah, and then I just took a little bit of a 2-month-ish like hiatus, and I'm trying to get back into the groove of streaming again, and I feel a little bit discouraged and honestly a little bit demotivated that I can't really do as many gaming streams, sadly, but I'll try to see what I can do for that. Maybe I can find a solution, but for now it seems like I'll probably have to stop indefinitely, unfortunately, unless I can find something to mediate all of that CPU usage and preventing the laggage and buffering to happen as well. So we'll see. I'll just keep everybody updated on that once I have some answers because I don't have any right now, unfortunately. Yes, what else? Now that I'm done talking about books, I guess I can talk about some other things too before I bring this stream to a wrap. Well, Marvel Rivals 2, Marvel Rivals Season 2 has begun since yesterday, and I am pretty excited to start that. I haven't played any comp games yet. I will probably literally just like jump into like Marvel Rivals after this and start grinding up. I managed to my highest rank I managed to get in the first season was the gold 3 tier. I want to get a little bit better at that and hopefully get up to platinum. Whatever rank where you get to like ban characters on the enemy team. I want to get to that. I want to get to that rank. But yeah. The nerf for Adam is like 30-second to like now it's like 40-second cooldown for a soul bond skill. It's not too bad. I'm still a little bit annoying. I have to be very sparing when I use it in matches, but I think it's still doable, I suppose. I'll probably get used to it eventually, but yeah, we'll see. I find it really funny that Luna Snow didn't get any buffs or nerfs to her. They were just like, I guess for now she's a perfect hero with her kit so far in their eyes. Which yeah, she's pretty fun to play. I would probably call her or Mantis my second main. Let's see. Emma Frost. She is quite a fun tank to play. I like that she could possibly be played in both an offensive and defensive tank, and also being like a primary or secondary tank, but I don't think she is a good tank to be played just by herself. I think she definitely needs some sort of secondary tank to support her from the back or by her side. But yeah, it was fun to use like Loki's ult to like use Loki as like some sort of like proxy to be able to play as Emma for like a few seconds with her ult. Her ult is really fun to execute. I feel like a mind control like lord, just like using her ult like, whoa, oh my goodness, all these people are under my control, and then let my teammates just like kill them. So yeah, that's pretty fun. Don't want to get into it too much. I don't want to get on my soapbox and talk about it too much, but not exactly the biggest fan of her character design for a lot of different reasons. But I mean, hopefully she can get a skin where she actually is wearing like white clothes, I guess. I mean, she calls herself the White Queen, but it's like so odd that she doesn't excuse me. She doesn't oh my god, why is my sleeve all the way up there? There we go. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is one of my favorite sweaters to wear on the weekend. Yeah, would love to be able to play her sometime in quick matches, but people are incredibly thirsty about her, so I feel like it's going to be a longer wait than like when the Thing or the Human Torch came out, unfortunately. But hey, whatever. I'm not in too much of a hurry to try her out. What else do I have to say? Really hoping that at some point Adam gets a new skin. I probably would only get a skin so far for Adam, as he's my like main at this point in time. I'm not sure if it will change once Ultron comes out. I am very intrigued whenever they'll drop Ultron. I'm pretty sure it's mid-season that they'll drop that guy. But I was very surprised to find out that he is a strategist. He's a strategist, so he's a healer. I was so sure he was going to be cast as a DPS role. What the heck is the DPS role called again? Vanguard is for tank, strategist is for healers. Okay, let me go on to the Marvel Rivals website. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I need to go on Final Fantasy FF14 and do the Hatching Tide event. I almost forgot. Okay. When was the last time I went on the Marvel Rivals website on my PC? Alrighty. I need my Wait, I can just do this with my gloves on. What am I doing? Oh my gosh. Just took off my dang glove for nothing. Okay, let me get it back on. There we go. Okay. A duelist! Yeah. Okay. That's what the DPS are called in Marvel Rivals. Duelist. Yeah, I really thought he was going to be a duelist. So I'm really intrigued and curious what his skills and such, his kit will entail. I know there's already been some leaks about his stuff, but I don't want to look at it. I want to know about it once the character officially releases. So I'll just wait. I feel like Ultron will probably be a new main. Probably not my main like Adam, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing as him. And I love robots. I mean, Fork found in kitchen, the android the android VTuber is a big fan and loves robots. But yeah, I don't think there's too much to say. I like the event. I like the banquet, like party event. I haven't been able to get queued into like the new Krakoa map yet, so I'm really excited to see what that's about. I keep getting queued up to all the older maps, unfortunately. So yeah, I'll probably give my thoughts on that once I actually do play on that map. I tried really hard. I played so many games last night, but I didn't manage to get queued into the new map at all. So here's hoping I get to today. Oh yes, I also posted. I almost said tweeted that I'm more active on my Blue Sky. If you want to see me talk more and about VTuber stuff or unrelated non-VTuber things, I am much more chatty and talkative on Blue Sky. So please follow me on Blue Sky if you want, if you don't mind me talking about a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, lost my thought again, sorry. Yes, the Trader Joe tote bags. Yeah, I'm actually going to try to get a few of those bags tomorrow. My mom and me, she decided that she would like to accompany me to go to Trader Joe's to get those really cute pastel tote bags. I hope they still have it where at my nearest Trader Joe's. I am not sure. Hopefully the people who live here aren't as insane as the other videos that I've seen so far. People just, holy cow, the lines are insane. It's just like, it's fine, but like also it's just sad because a lot of the people that are in those lines, like lined up before 8 a.m., they are just scalpers and resellers, and that just takes out a lot of the fun for just like regular people who just want to get a nice cute tote bag. Like, just get the tote bag because you want the tote bag. Don't get it to sell it for like $100 on like a resale site. I don't know, like, come on, don't be trashy like that. Like, if you want a tote bag, get the tote bag because you want it. Like, it's so greedy and scummy to do that. So hopefully there aren't a lot of people like that near the Trader Joe's by me, but we'll see. I heard there's like 2 periods that they sell the bags. They sell it like once like the store opens, and then they'll have like a second round at like around 4 p.m. So yeah, that's just some insider information that I accidentally found out about. But yeah, I just really want to get like the blue, seafoam green, and the purple. Although I think all of the colors are really cute, so if I can, I would like to grab all of the colors, which is excuse me, blue, pink, purple, and seafoam. So it's four bags. Let's see, what else has been on my mind lately? Let's think. Yeah. Did an important thing this week, so I'll just be vague about it. I'm just waiting for the reply. They say they will give me a reply in about a week, but we will see how that goes. Yeah, I've been so busy, I have only been able to work on that one short, but hopefully I can get back up and work on some other video projects. But yeah, that is it, I think. I cannot think of anything else at the top of my head at the moment, but yeah. Thank you so much for anybody who has decided to drop into this stream. I really appreciate it. I'm really glad and thankful, except for that one really weird moment where my mic just decided to just stop working for whatever reason. This is not even an old mic. I've had it only for a few years, so I don't think it's I don't think it's broken or anything. Hopefully not. But yeah. I think everything else in the stream went pretty smoothly. Thank God. Thank goodness. Oh, I was probably going to just have like a private little crash out if this stream was also a bust too. So thankfully everything went well, and I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, I want to be able to do more stuff with my Live2D model. Thank you again for Ikada, for making this adorable and super cute and just also pretty and elegant model. I am so appreciative of it, and yeah, I have no words. I just love how it turned out. I'm very happy and satisfied. Jeez, my voice just like cracked there. Let me take a sip of water before I do my my ending greetings. Okay. Sorry about that. But I am back. And I will be gone in a few moments. But yeah, I hope everyone has a good rest of their day, night, wherever you may be in this big world. I haven't done this in forever, sorry. I will need to look at a VOD again to see how my ending greeting goes. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning into the stream. I'm not entirely too sure what I will be doing now that gaming is out of the question, just for now. But yeah, we'll probably be working more on videos, if that is the case. Yeah, and I think I talked about what I want to do for future projects / videos and stuff, so yep. But yeah, IDU Unit 01 Eureka Forsyth signing off. Wait, crap. Yes, also check below for credits in the description below, and also all my socials are listed below as well. And yeah, anyway, IDU Unit 01 Eureka Forsyth signing off. Bye bye.